Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, it's $3.31 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's up 2.2%, I should say. 97,300 plus for Bitcoin, 2,600 plus for Ethereum. Tethered to number 3 spot temporarily. XRP, number 4 spot, $2.43. We're up 0.7 on the 24. We're up 3.6 on the 7-day. Let's take a look at the range of price very quickly, ranging between 232 and 247. We will keep an eye on it before we get out of here, and we'll look at some TA to go with it. But let's start right here. It's XRP Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. The best conversations in the world are going to be happening on stage at XRP Las Vegas 2025, May 30th, May 31st. Get your tickets.
We are counting down to XRP Las Vegas 2025. We're witnessing a flurry of positive activity surrounding long-awaited crypto legislation. Now is the time to learn more about the evolution of finance and Web3. You'll want to know more about your options in the new world of decentralized finance. Hear from the best in the industry on stage, including the Honorable Chris Giancarlo, Uphold Simon McLaughlin, a fireside chat with Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Brummer, Stephen McClurg, Canary Capital, and more. Go to xrplasvegas.com for speaker updates, ticket information, MGM Grand Room discounts, and more. The journey has been long, and we will celebrate together at the world's largest XRP conference, XRP Las Vegas 2025. Get your tickets now. See you there.
No doubt about it. Lock in, ladies and gentlemen. The link is underneath the video, or go to xrplasvegas.com. Get your tickets before they're gone. The United States Treasury Department will halt penny production as minting costs now exceed their actual value. This is what happens in a fiat currency world. Welcome to our new reality. Shout out to Gold Telegraph for that. And that's why I believe gold and digital assets will go hand in hand as we move into this new on-chain digital economy. Meanwhile, Anthony Pompliano has launched Token Relations, ladies and gentlemen, the best research and content, blockchains, and crypto projects for Web3 community and builders. That's what they're doing, which will now be covering Ripple and XRP. That's the announcement, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Excited to share Token Relations is now working with Ripple. We're expanding coverage to include Ripple, XRP, XRP Ledger, the RLUSD, and more, bringing its community the best updates, metrics, insights, all in one place every month. I think Jacqueline Malenik here is about to find out that you're going to get more clicks and more views watching and covering Ripple and the XRP Ledger and the RLUSD than you ever have to date. This is one of the smartest moves you've ever made. XRP has secured a new milestone as Singapore-based major crypto exchange Crypto.com expands its futures offering for the token. How about that? And remember, we're inside that 45-day countdown now. Around March 24th, I think, is where the window is for that 45-day filing of the SB-4 or whatever it is for the ETFs. We will keep you up to date on that, but there's a lot to go over today, so let's keep the ball rolling. And here are the CBOE, CBOE has just filed the 19B-4s on behalf of Bitwise and Canary Funds. This is super exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Stephen McClurg, Canary Capital, is going to be on stage at XRP Las Vegas. And by then, you're going to want to hear what he's talking about, because they may be approved, and we're talking about the amount of inflows every day by then. How about that one? And then here, even more breaking news, CoinShares files for XRP ETF with NASDAQ. Oh, I love where this is going here. Listen, I think CoinShares actually did file this already, and I'm pretty sure that they did. But nonetheless, we know that there is a long list of ETF filings And we are waiting to see the first round in the first 45-day countdown. Now, remember, that could get pushed back to 90 days. I think that filing with CoinShares has already been done, though. Nonetheless, it's still great news. But this here, listen to this. I like the way David Schwartz says this in this clip, so let's let him say it.
Fits the broader XRP Ledger ecosystem driving.
And he's talking about the real USD.
Fits the broader XRP Ledger ecosystem driving more use cases and opportunities for developers. While XRP is the native currency on the ledger, it was built to support any type of asset, crypto or fiat, issued to trade on the DEX.
Exactly.
Bringing more credible assets on the DEX, like RLUSD, drives direct and indirect benefits. For example, it drives more trading volume, which natively uses XRP as a bridge asset through auto-bridging and generally benefits users, developers, and apps. A unique feature of the XRPL DEX is that auto-bridging utilizes XRP as the native currency to facilitate trades between any two assets on the ledger. It automatically considers XRP as an intermediary to find the most efficient trading route across assets. RLUSD and XRP will complement each other because of the inherent differences of the cryptocurrencies. For Ripple's proprietary payment products, XRP will continue to be used as a bridge currency. Given the XRPL's speed, cost, and scalability, we see RLUSD being able to foster the growth of new on-chain applications like real-world asset tokenization, foreign exchange markets, and trade settlement. We're entering a growing market expected to see significant expansion, especially with stablecoins. Builders will certainly take advantage of the new opportunities presented by this ecosystem.
Significant expansion, especially with stablecoins. All right, well, stay with me as I remind you of the video from this morning where the CFTC is doing a digital asset markets pilot program with Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, and Ripple, and largely tokenized non-cash collateral such as stablecoins. Now let's get back to this where we're talking about the video here that I had here with David Schwartz. Why am I talking about stablecoins? Well, not only because of the digital asset markets pilot with the CFTC and stablecoins, but also to remind you that things are happening here with MasterCard, and things are getting shaken up very quickly here. And they published their fascinating article titled "What to Expect in Crypto in 2025." And when you go into this, here's what to expect. Stable coins and tokenized deposits will coexist. Wow, isn't that interesting the way that lines up with the CFTC and their digital asset markets platform pilot test? Yeah, regulatory clarity will drive mainstream adoption. Yeah, just like we saw in the point and clip this morning with David Schwartz talking about the same thing. Central banks shifting from focus from retail to wholesale digital currencies. Well, isn't that interesting? Interoperability, standards, and the trust, and new crypto buzzwords, right? Yeah. And then a reminder of the gentleman, the vice president from MasterCard himself. How are they going to be able to functionally handle all this tokenization and stable coins?
We think it's coming.
How are they
as
going
a
to do
result, we said, okay, well, let's at least get ready to set up the stage. And doing so, we're working with a number of different partners, with Ripple, TBS, different companies around the world.
And there you have it. Ripple's right there to help them with all that tokenization and stable coin. And at the same time, we saw this announced this morning. Ripple has teamed up with Unicambio to enable instant cross-border payments between Portugal and Brazil. Unicambio's corporate clients will benefit from near instantaneous settlement and reduced cost. And here's the article itself here, which is fascinating. But I tell you what, Cowboy Crypto kicked this up. Boy, this guy's something else. Give him a follow here. Unicambio tied into Western Union and send money and receive money anywhere in the world in just 5 minutes. Well, that connection with Unicambio just put a connection to Western Union and Ripple. How about this? It's a large market between Portugal and Brazil. That's an active market right there. When can we see the legislation for digital assets and certainly stable coins? And knowing that that's the easier piece of legislation to put through, crypto czar David Sachs says in 6 months they can get it done. And here you can hear him say it.
So it's interesting. You need 4 committees across the House and Senate to get legislation done on crypto. It's not just House and Senate. It's actually 2 committees in each of the House and Senate. And so this is the first time where we've had 4 chairmen of the 4 key committees all come together and say that they're ready to support crypto legislation.
Wow.
There were a lot of people on X who felt like this wasn't, a mind-blowing announcement. They wanted something that they could trade on right away. That's not what this was. This was basically a statement of commitment from the chairs of the 4 committees that we're going to get legislation done this year, maybe in the next 6 months. I mean, that's really the goal. And we've never had that before. So that is pretty monumental. So
it's very monumental. Normally, and I'm glad that he's highlighting this because this is what we picked up out of this, right? Is the fact that Senator Tim Scott, it was his idea, they said at the podium when they were taking questions, it was his idea to bring all of these committees and agencies together at the same time so we don't have information going from one committee, then it goes to the other committee, then it bounces back to the first committee, and so on, and it takes forever and a day. Senator Tim Scott says, why don't we bring them all in here together? Let's get it done together so that way we can accomplish getting clarity within 6 months. Well, look, I said June or July, that's the 180-day period for the Crypto Council, which is not fully formed yet. And we're still waiting for the confirmation of Paul Atkins at the SEC as well. So this will get very interesting because I do believe that some of those agency market representatives like the SEC chair and the CFTC interim head, Commissioner Pham, I believe those people will be at the Crypto Council sitting at that table too. And I also hope Brad Garlinghouse is chosen to sit at that table. We'll see how that pans out. Nonetheless, top analysts are predicting XRP could skyrocket 3,900%. And at the 241 range, the article covers here, it says $99. I did the math. It'd be $93. I don't mean to be particular, but that is the truth. So listen, I don't know where this goes, but I do understand how massive, as I've shown you, we're talking more than a quadrillion-dollar size market for the CFTC and what they're overseeing and settling with the clearinghouses each year. I covered that in the first video this morning. And knowing that Ripple is embarking on a pilot for that settlement and helping the CFTC within that, with all of those clearinghouses and understanding the magnitude of it just from the CFTC, I asked myself, how high could the price go? It's hard for me to even fathom, to be perfectly honest. I think the better question for myself this morning is, it isn't how high the price can go, because I certainly believe over time XRP can reach 4 and 5 digits. I believe that's a full-scale intended use. The question is how fast does the adoption happen? And for me personally, I have to say, I have to believe that the price can go up much quicker and be more sustainable and not as volatile once we have an enormous amount of stable coins trading on the XRP ledger and tied into many different other multi-chains of the new economy, the new digital economy. Because those vehicles will create the reason why there needs to be business done on these value protocols and settlement to begin with. And if you take the CFTC and that pilot program, then it really gets me excited, because I think to myself, through tokenization and the use of like the real USD and other regulated stablecoins, you could drive the price of this asset up extremely high. It just depends how quickly they decide to use value protocols like the XRP Ledger and how quickly they would implement the full-scale use of that. So, meaning very quickly here is that if they were to do this implementation, which I believe that's what the pilot's for, then it tells me that, well, will we see it once it's okayed and the pilot goes through? Do they phase it in 5% of settlement or 50% or 100% on day one? Everything I've witnessed over the past 7 years in this space for me is shown me that it's always been a phasing in type thing, just like the pilot first, and then you start beta, and then you start going into phasing in to actual real settlement of everyday volume. How close are we to that? I don't know. David Sachs says, maybe 6 months, because once we get legislation, what's stopping anyone from doing 100% of their flows once we have that passed? And I say the answer is nothing. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.